Let me tell you something that might make you a little bit uncomfortable, because there is someone in your household that isn't making any money.
Technically.
And if they were to disappear tomorrow, your financial world would completely collapse. I'm talking about the stay-at-home parent. They don't earn a paycheck. They don't have a business. They don't have any income coming in. And most people think, I don't need life insurance on those people because they're not earning any income. And that's where things stop. But that's the mistake, because the question isn't, do they make money? The question is how much money will it cost if they're no longer here? My name is Carmen.
And I'm Darius. And running point on household operations is a huge, huge job in itself. Now, you might not be making income from it, but matter of fact, that's why some people have a job in the first place, because of how much it costs to have kids, to pay for childcare, to pay for transportation, to pay for meal prep, to pay for to run scheduling, to emotional support, household management. All that's being done by the stay-at-home parent. Now, for me personally, I'd rather go to work, because I can't tell you how emotional it is sometimes if Carmen was to get a cold and both of us are able to work from home and our daughter goes to school. So I can imagine what it's like when you have multiple children. So imagine, let's take for example, imagine if you outsourced it. Let's talk about childcare. Childcare alone is
expensive.
Let's say $1,250 a month, and then let's think about
$250.
$2,500.
Okay, I was gonna say $2.
So $1,000 to $2,500 a month. And housekeeping, I know that's expensive, but let's just say from $300 to $800 a month.
Oh, like $1,000.
Meal service.
$1,000.
Food prep from $400 to $1,000, and then after school programs, the transportation to and from, the gas that it takes to get there, just the support in general. So let's do some simple math, because this stacks up when you think about it. $4,000 a month, just being conservative, over 1 year is $48,000 a year. Over 10 years, that's $480,000 over a 10-year time frame. That's $500,000. And again, that's just being conservative. So if losing someone creates a $500,000 financial problem, and we're treating them like their value is zero, then we're creating a future problem for ourselves.
A future catastrophic problem for ourselves, because we need to go even deeper, because this isn't just about money, family. This is about creating a system to protect and sustain the household. Because what you need to be asking yourself is, who is going to take care of the kids if the stay-at-home parent is no longer here? Who is going to stay at home with them when they're sick? And who is going to keep the stability of the household alive?
Right.
Now, the breadwinner is going to be under pressure if something happens to the stay-at-home parent, correct? Because now the breadwinner has to do two jobs. Darius said he'd rather just go to work. The point is, now the breadwinner has to manage the household, the operations. Now they've become the taxi, the cleaner, the meal prepper. They have to replace everything that was lost in the home. And what usually happens, we're gonna say honestly what usually happens, right? The income suffers, because the breadwinner is now trying to figure out how to stay home. The systems fail, and who is generally impacted the most are the children.
Right.
So what we have on hand is not only just an emotional loss, we have financial instability layered on top of it. So this is typically where we find that families fall apart. And it's not just because they weren't making enough money, it's because they didn't protect the system.
And this is where people go wrong or are misunderstanding life insurance, because they think that if someone passes away, someone just gets money. It's more to it than that. That's very surface level thinking. What we're doing is we're protecting the function of the household, which is a part of a system. And because we're not just solving for death benefit, we're solving for stability. We're solving for liquidity. We're solving for control. And these are the benefits of having a whole life insurance policy, is the fact that the family receives a tax-free death benefit. Number two is the benefit replaces the economic value of the stay-at-home parent. And lastly, while they're alive, the policy builds cash value.
And the best part about having access to liquidity is it can be your hedge against emergencies, or you can use it to help you create more money to protect the household. Why not? And this is where it gets very powerful. This is what we want to make sure that you take away today, because we're not just protecting against what if, we're building a system while it's going right. When is the best time to find a job? While you have a job. When is the best time to protect the system before all systems fail? When we talk about a whole life insurance policy, the benefit, like having access to cash value, is, again, like I said before, you have liquidity for emergencies. You have liquidity if you have gaps in income. You have liquidity for funding opportunities and even for supporting the household through transitions. So now what we want you to think about is that the stay-at-home parent is no longer just seen as someone who isn't producing. We're looking at them as a powerful force in the household, and we're going to leverage their role to protect the household and also build financial assets around them.
A life insurance policy is an asset. Not only an asset, but it's an asset that's not correlated to the market or correlated to real estate. And when I say the non-correlated asset, it means that in the event something happens with the market or something happens in real estate, you could have like where your timing's off. And if it's at that wrong time and the market in real estate is down, you can't tap into that asset. So life insurance is one of those things. So regardless of what is going on in the market, if you have some type of event where you have to use that death benefit, it is there, tax-free.
Exactly. And we're also having the conversation of the fact that you are the asset, Wealth Nation, not your income. And when we can start to move in that manner where we recognize ourselves as the asset, we start protecting the asset differently. Because the question is, and we're essentially speaking to the parents out there, right? For those of you who are just thinking about, oh, life insurance, it's so morbid, why would I have this conversation? Is, would you rather leave your children $100,000 or $10 million? It's literally that question, because if you're no longer here, I would assume as a parent, you probably want to leave your children with as much money as you possibly can. So instead of avoiding having this morbid conversation, how about we go in defense and actually be proactive and productive with what we're doing with our income that we're making today, so that we can make sure that when we're no longer here, everything is still covered.
Right.
And a thing for our stay-at-home parents, for you to know that you can have just as much death benefit as the breadwinner. So it is advantageous for you to make sure that the breadwinner has as much life insurance as they possibly can. So that means that you can match their amount.
Right.
For example, if Darius had $5 million of death benefit, that means if I was a stay-at-home parent, I could also qualify for $5 million of death benefit.
It means that you can get the same amount of death benefit regardless of how much your income is.
Exactly right.
Period. Let's have a real talk moment. If you have a stay-at-home parent in your household and they are not insured, you're not protecting your lifestyle. What you're doing is you're gambling with it because you're assuming we'll figure it out. But the truth is, you won't be making your best decisions at your worst moments. Thing is, you're going to be emotional and you're grieving, and there's other things that you need to be focused on other than finances. And that's why this has to be done before anything happens, because you can come together and make a real solid plan and decisions on what you want to happen in the event something happens. Like, you have to have a plan. That's why they have fire drills. That's why they have tornado drills. Not because a tornado's out now and they need to figure out things. They plan for it. And
for when the tornado comes. Now, when the fire comes,
Exactly. So we need to be doing the same thing in our household, having these conversations about, okay, if something happens to me, you need to make sure that we have life insurance. We need to make sure that these assets are covered if you're the breadwinner, or regardless of what your position is, whether you run operations or you're the one that leaves and go out and brings the money home. You need to figure those things out while everybody's healthy and together.
And the other conversation too that we didn't talk about is the breadwinner. If you are also the breadwinner watching this video and you don't have maximum insurance, you are gambling with your family's financial stability, because if you're no longer here, how is a stay-at-home parent going to make any income to bring into the family? So at Wealth Nation, we don't just look at life insurance like a product. We look at this as infrastructure. So we ask the questions, what does it look like financially for your household to actually function? What happens if you're exposed? And what happens if we don't build protection? We ask those type of questions because we are serious about protecting your family. We're serious about creating stability and also building a system that actually works. So if you want Wealth Nation to support you with your next whole life insurance policy, regardless if you are the breadwinner or the stay-at-home parent or even your children, because there's another video that you can click on this link for, we would love to support you. So click on the link below.
Right. And remember, the stay-at-home parents can only get life insurance if the breadwinner has the life insurance.
So maybe we have to start there. And Wealth Nation, remember, this is about making sure your life doesn't fall apart when one piece of the equation is removed.
Right. And if you like this video and want to check out more videos like it, check out our next video.
And remember to own your own lifestyle.
Or someone else will.